You're going to be able to prestige. It's the 10 levels of prestige, but it's also more than that because the Paragon levels make their way into Blackout. So you're going to be able to play forever. Screen and show everybody. That's good. So what you guys are staring at in real time is Ghost Town. Ghost Town is the primary new destination that we've been talking about. And Ghost Town is the combination of Standoff or Outlaw, depending on which version you like more from which game, added to the Blackout map. So let me just show you where this is kind of in context. So I'm down here, right down here in the southeast corner of the map. Is that right? Yeah. So a significant new destination. And so just give you a sense of scale here. If you ever played Buried from Zombies, then you kind of know what you're staring at here. So the mansion on this side and then all the town. Let me drop to the ground real quick and try to run around a little bit just quickly, then I'll fly back out and show you some other things. All this stuff is playable. So all this kind of interior space has all the loot that you'd expect of kind of a primary destination, has all the kinds of tricks and traps and backsides and flow-throughs and all the things that you would know. And this is all covered up, so you're not going to have anybody dropping on you. The downside of it being underground is that you can't actually just sort of escape through the top. There's no clear way to get back through there. So you're going to have to use one of the many ways to get out, which means the chokes, when you're trying to get in and out of a destination like this, can be pretty severe. There's only sort of 3 primary ways in and out, which means your entrances are not the same things as your exits, and you cannot just sort of surface jump from the top of something and make a run for it in any sort of direction. So this is kind of what, whoops, oh, good. Cannot get the dev GUI there. Help me out.
Need some help?
Yeah, I need some help with that.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why the no clip's not working. Amateur hour up in here. So you got Outlaw, you got Standoff on this side of the map, and then the way down into the buried section of Ghost Town is through the jail cell of Outlaw. So you're gonna have a lot of fun. This one is particularly my favorite. It's like a one-way kind of slide down this mine shaft, which can be pretty entertaining and choky. So this is a significant destination add. Just to put this in perspective, if you look at the playable space and the amount of interior room and the number of places that things can go, you're talking construction site level spawning of items here. So this will be a pretty fun and pretty insane destination that provides a particularly new experience into the Blackout map. Now, just before we stop on that, there's another thing to talk about. This is not the only thing that we did. So I'm going to show you 3 examples of stuff. So there's things that we've done inside the Blackout map, which we would call completely new. So there's this entire kind of camp section behind where the dam is and where the offices are. So if you look at where I am in the map up here, there's Hydro. This is a very popular drop for myself and Davey in the Bridge Ambush community. Shout out, boys. I'll see you tonight. You got this thing right here, which is where this is. So now you've got pressure on Hydro, not just from the guys who drop short on offices or the guys coming up from Asylum, but also this whole thing, which is now pretty viable. It's like a decent, viably suitable place to drop. If you know, you're gonna be less looted, but then you're gonna put pressure on the guys to come in. So that's what we call new, and there's more than one of those. The other one is down here. This is another example of something inside the map that's completely new. But that's not sort of the totality of that story either. Let me go over, find my way here. This is what doing it live looks like, guys. I'm gonna come over here and drop what we would probably call, or what you would call, apartments or condos. You remember this section of the map here is typically, has been 6 buildings, what we called the 6-pack, or actually that was a term I think you guys picked up, 6-pack, and then we now have it as an 8-pack. So now this is even more viable as a potential first drop, even in a quad game. So you get some pretty fun activity, sort of guys fighting across the street from one another or house to house. Now there's 8 buildings. So again, you're not gonna walk out of here completely looted up with the quad game, but you're definitely walking out of here in a duo game and a solo game super looted up. So that's what we would call expanded. So you have new, which are destinations which didn't exist, sort of secondary and supporting structures, and you have these, which are expanded, and there's lots of these. I want to show you one more because firing range fans will be thrilled to death or very, 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 very unhappy with me. So here's another one that's gotten expanded. Look how close this is to firing range. So if you get drop firing range and you cleared it all out and you think you're done, maybe, maybe not, because you're gonna have this destination which has been expanded, putting pressure on you coming down from the hill here. And this is an absolutely tough fight. It's tough enough as it is. I mean, now it's even tougher still. So we like these kind of destinations which are close to, they're not as large as or significant as, but they're also adjacent to, and that puts interesting pressure on players. One last one to talk about, sort of, and that's, you know, more macro than that. What you'll see along the way is kind of different and more supporting things, sort of running along your typical paths that are just sort of expanded. I think this one by the riverbank here. Let's see, where am I?
Yeah, some of those the support structure additions we've added are my favorite for my playstyle because I don't like to drop hot. It stresses me out. So with these new support structures and my leisurely jaunt from place to place, destination to destination, I have more places to kind of explore and look at. What's that? What is that?
What's that? What is this?
That's a. Oh. That's a dope muscle.
It's time to wager on, to wager. Oh no.
So as you're driving around, some of these areas that you're pointing out, like these are things that have been sort of coming into existence. It's not like they just kind of popped out of nowhere, right?
Oh my gosh, we started seeding out the survey stakes as an example.
Yeah.
Where these things might be going, and with the high degree of wait.
What is that, David?
What's that? What's that?
That's the 5-0.
Whoa! No, you didn't, Matt.
There you go.
You didn't.
So you get a little look at the built-in sensor dart there. No
oh
enemies,
my God!
just a one man.
Oh my God! What have you done?
No, you can't turn those off.
What have you done? What have you done?
You can't turn those off. You lose the sensor dart functionality.
Why would you turn them off?
Well, if you want to be a little bit stealthier, if you want to go for more of a cold pursuit,
I'm done.
I don't know.
I think I've outlived my usefulness on this one.
Thanks, Hot Fuzz. Appreciate it.